Alexander was terrific today. And we had, after the Vandy game, a big emphasis for us coming in, obviously other than talking about trying to work hard to keep them off the offensive boards, would be that we got to get more from Kyle, John Fulkerson, Derek Walker, and I thought Jalen Johnson's minutes were huge today, and he's earned those with what he's done the last couple of days in practice. But I thought those guys were really, really important to us today, and from start to finish, Kyle was terrific.
Well, Coach, I guess this is kind of piggybacking on that, but would you have thought you could have won a game like this with Grant Admiral if it was 7-25?
Yeah, we won games with different guys scoring. It doesn't, I mean, those guys will have nights when they're not making shots, but the key is that they understand, our team understands, we're going to still play through certain players. And it doesn't mean they're going to have great nights. Where Grant had a great night at Vandy the other night, and Admiral, it's just, but there's an identity you're trying to create. And we were up, and then we got sloppy with the ball. But give A&M credit, they didn't, their guards turned it up a little bit, and we didn't handle the pressure the way we wanted to. And but overall, again, I thought our defense, because I think they're a really good offensive basketball team and a very difficult team to guard because they put the ball inside, which I love. I love the way Billy coaches his team, and I love what they do. And it's not easy to defend. And today we did some good things on the defensive end.
Two things. How do you get that out of Kyle more often? And was Jalen anything with the matchup specific, or was it strictly practice?
No, I told Jalen last night in front of the whole team. I said, you're going to play tomorrow. You're going to play because he's earned it in practice, and he's done it really by just listening to what we needed to do. And I thought he was really locked in the first half. He was really saw the scouting report. I thought he was doing his job. And the question with Kyle is what we said to him all along. He's a junior now. We shouldn't have to be talking about where did he go or where were you tonight. And again, he doesn't have to. We're not asking him to do a lot of great things, but what we need him to do, he needs to be doing it every single night. And that's defense, rebounding, and he can score the ball. You saw that tonight. I mean, he had a nice little finger roll there, and he can do that. We needed him and Folke and Derek, whether they get the ball, those guys need to go in the game and make the other team's post players defend them and not think they can take some time off, that these guys aren't going to look to score, duck in, do this, do that, go to the offensive boards. We just need them to. What they did tonight, they were good. Okay, they were really, really good, and we've got to still get more consistent at the guard play. I thought Bone was really did some good things defensively, and he's got. And I told him at halftime, when he starts getting tired, he's got to get himself out. Nobody on the team does it better than Jordan Bowden. He pushes himself to the maximal, but he sees it coming, so he gives us a heads up to give us a chance to, to know that he's ready to come out. And I think that once Jordan Bone learns that, he'll become a much more effective player.
Coach, earlier in the season, I know there were games where you led for the majority of the first half, and maybe play slipped off a bit in the second half and lost some leads. What do you think were the critical factors in holding that lead throughout the entire second half?
Well, one, I mean, you've got to respect the game, and that happens. I mean, the other team's not going to quit playing. I mean, we in the last two games prior to this one, we were down at halftime and came back. And what we keep talking about to our guys, whether we're up or down, you've got to fight till the fight's over, and then you've got to be smart enough to know how to work the game if you're up or whether you're down. And we've played enough games now where 16 games in, and we should be able to know how to work it and play it. But overall, I just think that we've just done a better job offensively. I've always said I think you get the lead with your defense and you keep it with your offense, and I still believe that. But it's everyone understanding their role really and playing that role as much as they possibly can.
Coach, you talked about your rebounding with Kyle Alexander a little bit. You had to be pleased with it. 14-6 in offensive rebounds, and out-rebounded a taller team. Can you talk about that?
Well, again, we did a little drill yesterday where we've done it a couple times now after we've been embarrassed twice in a year. I mean, it's pretty simple. We've lost 2 games in here. We gave up 41 offensive rebounds. And we just said, hey, we can guard all we want to guard, but if we can't rebound the ball, it doesn't matter. And we felt like that would be, I think it's a key in every game. I mean, I'm not just saying A&M, but they're really good at it because they are long and can go up and play volleyball with it. But today it's a mindset, but we need to keep that mindset. And it sounds easy, but it's not. And because some teams you play, they shoot a lot of threes, and there's more longer rebounds, and sometimes you get used to coming in and putting bodies on guys and play against a team that shoots a lot of threes. Sometimes you run underneath them and they go out. And so every game you've got to be locked into what you're doing, who you're playing, and try to finish the possession. You can't be a great defensive team if you don't rebound the ball and finish it.
As important as it was for y'all to, I guess, show that you could, beat a good team despite Grant not having a great game, what did they do to make Grant struggle, or did he do it to himself?
No, I think you got to give them credit. I mean, they're big and they're strong. He's not going to just. They're big guys now, and they're long. And he missed a couple of shots around the rim, but those aren't easy shots. People think those are easy shots. Robert Williams was 3 for 8. Tyler Williams he made it 3, so that means he would have been 3 for 6 around the rim, and those are hard shots. And we, just like us, when they got the ball in there, we were really trying to shrink the court, not give them much room to operate. Again, you got to give them credit. They had him off the lane. You go back, we've tried to do some things to get him closer to the basket. They did a good job with early post defense, and he wasn't getting the deep post up that he wanted. And I thought he looked tired at times. I think a couple of times he should have gone quicker, but he didn't. But they were waiting, and for the most part, he made. He's going to have to pass out of it. He's going to have to pass in tight quarters because they don't give him a lot of room sometimes.
Finish up with Emily, Mike, and Rob.
Coach, after Auburn, you questioned the team's maturity. What's changed since that 0-2 start in the SEC play?
I don't know. I told him, all I can tell you is what I told him after the game. We've played 5 SEC games. We've got a lot more to play. We're going to continue to see if we are maturing. I don't think I can say that we're there, arrived. I don't think, again, I don't. I hope we're not. I hope we're going to get better. And I think we've got to get better mentally, physically, maturity-wise. And there's just too much basketball left to be played to think that, that we've got it figured out, because we really don't yet. And I am happy with our mindset in terms of, I think guys are starting to figure out how we play, what we need to do. But there's some other things we still got to do to get better.
Coach, you mentioned out there George Mason. So what's the essence of it? You said it's something in 30 years that hasn't really changed.
Well, actually, the last week and a half, probably, I've gone back and added some of the offense that I ran my first year at George Mason. And I worked for Gary Williams at Ohio State for a year, and certainly my first year at George Mason, and probably my first couple of years at, certainly my first year at Providence, I ran the Gary Williams system. And so this week we've gone back and added a number of those sets that he ran. And all I said was, it just shows you in 30 years the game is a pretty simple game. I don't think you're going to reinvent the wheel with much. I just think that you keep trying to figure out what's going to work for your team. And this has been good for us, but now that we've done it the last 2 games, we're going to have to figure out, can we do it when team scouted and execute. And that's what it gets down to. When we had the lead tonight, the team's making a push, and we helped them with some turnovers, but still executing to know what we're trying to get. And I didn't think we were great executing tonight, to be quite honest with you. But we'll get better and keep adding to it.
Coach, you said, I think it was after the North Carolina game, we don't have to be perfect to win basketball games. It takes A&M shot a better percentage than you did tonight. Just talk about the evolution of your team to get to that point where you can't just kind of grind out a game like this with defense and hustle.
Well, again, we've tried to, from the very beginning, put it on the defense and just say that if we guard, we can at least give ourselves a chance. I think we've got guys, when they play their role on offense, we can score the basketball. I I don't think we're real good when we got guys trying to go create their own offense. And there's sometimes you gotta do that. At the end of the shot clock, you know, we got some guys that need to go do that for us. I don't like getting that deep into the shot clock. I don't think we should get that deep into the shot clock unless we're working the game there at the end. But the fact is, our whole deal has been we've got to defend. And if you go back and look at our numbers, I don't think we were really, like field goal percentage defense, we had teams under 39 in that area, 38, 39 in non-league. I don't think we've kept a team under 41% in conference play yet. Now, that's hard to do because we all know each other pretty well, and we've all played more games, so you expect teams to continue to get better offensively. But the one thing we said, if we can guard, we think we can give ourselves a chance, and somewhere along the way we feel we can manufacture some offense and some, you know, we have at times, and we haven't when we've been not together. The guys put their head down and start driving the ball, and we weren't very good in the open court. Now, we turned them over, and I can't, first half, 3 or 4 opportunities at the rim, we just didn't handle it. We throwing passes down by our ankles and just not go to the ball in the open court. And we need to capitalize on that, and if we don't, it'll come back and get us somewhere.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.